Hi guys, we're going to have a look under the lid. I'm not sure about the lighting, let's move that round a bit. So I'll look here first. Let's see if I can figure out why it's turning itself off. Okay, that didn't do very much, did it? That just sort of lifts that thing out. And that looks like there's just a little momentary switch in there. It's triggered when that pushes against it. Okay, well that didn't help us much. In the video description there's a link to the playlist I've created to go with this. I've included lots of other people's videos. There's one by Michael SNG Singh. And he does a teardown. Right, so what have we got? I reckon that's a tilt switch just there. Well, maybe not. Looking at the outside, it's just the other end of the connector. Because I was watching his video and it looked to me like there was a couple of little metal tubes which I thought were tilt switches, but now I can see that's just the power feed going to that one. Plugs into there. So that's not what I was hoping. And looking at the other end, that's the same. That's another little switch goes plug power feed that goes to the shooting mechanism. Right, so that theory was wrong. I misunderstood his video. Well, we could have a look at the board, I suppose, if we're careful. I know the camera angle is not perfect. Is that going to lift up? Oh, one more screw. Sorry my hand's in the way, but I can't really unscrew the screws without my hand being in the way. Bit of sticky tape there to hold everything in place. Can we lever that up? That actually came out easier than I expected. So a bunch of wires that go through up to here, which I don't know what this bit does. And it goes inside the battle brain, as they call it, so I assume that there's something that goes in this empty container that plugs in there. Right, there is a little push switch there. See, I was rather hoping there was some sort of tilt switch, but nope, that's an on-board push switch that makes contact. So that's the thing that target on the front of there, that's what that pushes. That's our on-off switch. LED. On there, there's an aerial, so that's the receiver module. There's a little crystal there. There's not really anything we can look at there. Oh, there's a few chips. I can't actually see if there's any writing on the main chip there. But no, nothing that I can get to grips with there and play around with. So I better put it back together carefully. But what I thought was tilt switches is just the plug ends that go into the attachments. I'll just take one of these power feeds out so you can see what I was talking about. Something looked like a tilt switch. Is that going to come out? It's going to need a push. There we go. Right, that's what I was looking at, and in Michael's video that looked to me like a little metal tilt switch, but it isn't. That's just the power feed. So I'll put that back again. That's me misunderstanding what the video was showing. That's the kettle boiling in the background for my cup of tea. Right, so I'll put a bit of tape back on there to hold that in place, and put it back together. Before I push it back together, there's two motors, one facing that way and one facing that way, to do the drive. I'm not going to take it apart any further to have a look at the mechanism underneath. Like I say, in my video description there's a link to my playlist that goes with this, and in that playlist is a series of 3 videos by this Michael, who takes it his right apart and has a look at the actual mechanism of how the legs work and that. So I'm not going to do that. I'll just put this back together, and that's as far as I can go. I can't see anything that I can fix that's going to stop it turning itself off, which is a shame, but it still works anyway. Well, I'll put it back together, but it's still doing this random timeout, or whatever you want to call it. Turns itself off. It seems to be when the head rotates to a certain position. Helps if I turn it on, doesn't it? Right. Yeah, it's stopped. Turn it on again. Rotate the head. If I just do short movements, it seems to carry on working. Whether the control board is overheating or something, I'm just guessing now. I can't see anything blindingly obvious as to why it should keep stopping. So if I just do short movements, it doesn't stop, it keeps going. So if anybody's got any ideas, let me know.